Zentangles and Op Art. You will be needing a ruler, a pencil, a thin Sharpie, thin marker, or a pen, and a regular marker. First thing you'll do is that you're going to divide your page into 6 sections. If you want a line right down the middle, you're going to go ahead and measure at 4.5 and get that line. 4 and then 8 going vertically. Here I am numbering my squares so I can keep track. In my first square, we're going to begin by creating these curvy lines that stem from the center. Once you have those lines, go ahead and use your marker and go over that pencil line. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and erase the pencil lines that are still on there. Next, you're going to grab your marker and you're going to begin to do these little half circles that start from the center and grow outward. So you can see it starts from one end onto the other. Therefore, the half circle will continue to grow and get larger. So you're going to repeat this process all around. As you can see here. Okay, now I'm done. Now for the second square, go ahead and grab your pencil or your thin Sharpie or pen and draw a diagonal line that goes from the upper left to the lower right. Then you're going to do the same thing in the opposite direction. Upper left, lower left. Okay, now this is what you're going to do. These triangles, what you're going to do is that you're going to pick a corner from the triangle and you're going to draw a line that is close from the next corner, but not close enough. So here it is again. That point, just a little bit away from that following corner. I draw a line. Turn your sketchbook that point, just a little bit away from the corner. So you're creating acute angles. That corner, another acute angle. So if you guys don't know, an acute angle are any angles that are smaller than 90 degrees, which is considered a right angle. So you just will continue to make acute angles. So from that corner, you connect to the next from that corner. So you're just going to keep doing this until you spiral towards the center. As you can see, it creates an illusion that the triangle is shifting. Okay, so here I filled in the gaps with lines. I'm going to show you one more time how to do it in the final triangle. Again, instead of connecting one corner to the other, you're going to do the point to a dot right next to that other corner. Okay, it's an acute angle. So now I'm going to start with that dot again, and I'm going to draw a line. That is not quite straight across, but it's a little angled. Okay, so that corner, you see the space and the gap between the other corner. I don't want you to worry about how much space, as long as you just continue and continue and continue After you fill in the gaps with more lines like you see in my other triangles, you'll still get a really cool effect. So if you want, you can go ahead and begin to draw your lines and fill in those gaps by hand. Okay, so I've completed that one. Look how cool that looks. Next, what you're going to do is that you're going to divide this next square into 3 sections, as you see here. Got my first line, my second line, now I've got 3 sections, and I'm going to do the same thing horizontally. It's okay if each square is not perfect. As you can see, mine are definitely not. So next, you're basically going to draw diagonal lines through the squares. Okay, so here I'm just kind of doing 2 squares at a time. Doing my top left square. So you're going to draw a diagonal line like you see here within each box, if you want to think about it that way. Okay, now within each triangle, within each box, these are the lines that you're going to create. So as you could see, the pointed all gathers, and then over that line, the lines connect and point to the other point. So there I'm dividing that box in half in a diagonal. Same here. You're going to go ahead and create rayed lines that point to that corner. And then connect and go over that line onto the other side. Okay. Finally, our 4th box, you're going to go ahead and divide it in a diagonal in 4 sections. So first you're going to draw a line down the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then you're going to do the same thing the other way around. So you end up with boxes just like the previous Zentangle, but this time they're more diamond. Again, you're going to divide these boxes by the different patterns that you create. So here I am drawing horizontal and vertical lines over and over and over again. And what gives it the illusion is that we're going to be filling in every other stripe. Here I'm using a thin marker, but you could go ahead and use a thicker one. So you're going to continue doing that, but when you move on to the next square, you're actually going to alternate where the black and where the white begins. So as you can see, where the white line ends and touches the next square is where a black one begins. So it gives this cool optical illusion. Okay, so this is a time lapse of me getting most of my stripes done. And this is what the Zentangles look like. The one on the lower left, as you can see, I have not finished filling in, but I just wanted to